name we pray. Amen.
Please stand with me as we pledge allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Board of Adjustments is a 9-member board. We're appointed by the City Council, and we serve on a voluntary basis without compensation. Our procedure for conducting business is that the petitioner will be asked to come forward and present his or her request and be prepared to answer any questions that a member of the board may have. When you come, please come to the podium and speak clearly into the mic. Opponents or proponents on a particular item will be given 10 minutes per side to debate any or ask any questions. Anyone who has an interest or opposition to a proposal will be given that opportunity to come forward and voice their opinions. Once we receive public testimony and discussion on a particular item, members of the board will deliberate and we will render our decision. I'll remind the members, if you have a personal or a financial interest in any item, you're required to recuse yourself from voting. Any testimony that is presented by the petitioner or on behalf of the petitioner during the presentation of the agenda item will be binding as to any decision the board makes relative to the motion. I'll remind the members of the board that if a motion to deny an item is made, a reason must be given. This time I'll introduce the members of the board that are here tonight. Mr. George Howell, our Vice Chairman, Mr. Barry Robinson, Ms. Diane Burke, Mr. Quentin Burke, Mr. Pickett Reese, Mr. Bo Holmes, Mr. Blake Markham, and I'm John Stanley, your Chairman. Our staff that's here tonight, Mr. Warren Adams, and Ms. Tanya Ingram. We have 8 members here tonight. It requires 5 votes to approve a motion. Are there any questions? We have 13 items on the agenda. Item number 11 has been delayed until the next meeting. That item has to do with 2600 Norwood Drive, presented the applicant, Mr. Eddie Harris. We'll start with item number 1, presented by Tim Sigler, Hendrick, representing SCD Holdings, LLC, requesting an exception to SmartCode for new signage to be located at 600 Montgomery Street in a T40 zoning district. Mr. Hendrick.
Good evening. My name is CJ Wilson with SCD Design, speaking on behalf of Tim Sliger. I'm subcontracted with Hendrick. We are working with Stephen Seabolt with EGI. He's the client for our property. We have a hotel and convening center that we are seeking signage variances for. This particular item is looking for a band sign, which you see on the screen here, 7 foot 2 tall, about 5 feet wide. We are seeking a larger signed allotment of square footage than what is typically allowed for T40. And we are requesting internal illumination. Additionally, we're also looking for a blade sign on the column that you see on the screen here. And again, we're looking for internal illumination for this sign. This announces 2 separate entities, a cafe and a restaurant. This would be at the entry point of that portion.
So all signage is internally lit?
Correct.
It's not blinking, is it?
No, sir.
Okay. Any questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion. Have a motion to approve. Mr. Holmes, do you have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Reese. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. Mr. Holmes. It carries. 8-0. Thank you.
We're item 2. I'm going to sit down. Number 2.
All right, hang on. I have to read the motion all the time. Item 2 is presented by Tim Sigler Hendrick, representing SCD Holdings, LLC, requesting an exception to SmartCode for new signage to be located at 330 Clayton Street in a T40 zoning district.
Yes, sir.
All right?
All right. So this is the convening center portion of our 2-building property. So we are seeking a variance for internal illumination for a band sign at the entrance point of the convening center.
Same question. Everything is internally lit?
Correct.
No blinking signs?
Correct.
Okay. Question, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve as requested.
Mr. Markham makes a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Reese. Any further questions? All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. Okay? Very good. Thank you. Item 3 is presented by the ARC Montgomery, requesting a special exception for a private school to be located at 2130 Bell Road in an R85 zoning district.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
please
ma'am.
let the record show that I recuse myself from this item.
Yes, ma'am. Tanya, did you get that? Ms. Burke has recused herself. Okay, have we got a spokesman here? Do we have a spokesman? All right. We're gonna limit discussion as much as possible, and we'll get to the point as much as possible. I ask that if you do speak, let's don't be redundant. Okay? All right. The request here is requesting a special exception for a private school to be located at 2130 Bell Road in R85 zoning district. Board members, I'll remind you that this property was originally approved for a church that was there. This board approved that use years ago. And so the intent here is for ARC of Montgomery to use the structure for a private school. Okay, please identify yourself, if you will, and with your name and your address, and proceed.
My name is Stephanie Nunn, and the address is 43.
You're going to have to speak a little louder and directly.
My name is Stephanie
The
Nunn.
acoustics in here are terrible.
My name is Stephanie Nunn, and our address is 4300 Norman Bridge Road, Montgomery, Alabama, 36105. I'm the HR coordinator, and basically we've been in business for over 50 years, and we have been committed and serving individuals with intellectual development disabilities for the Montgomery and the surrounding communities. We are basically asking for approval of utilization for the facility for this program. The ARC Montgomery is a nonprofit organization serving as individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. The mission is to advocate and provide for opportunities that improves quality of life with people with disabilities. The program includes day service, vocational training, community engagement, and family support. The purpose to provide structure, meaning activity for adults with intellectual disabilities. The hours are 7:30 to 4. The location currently is 3500 McGinnis Road, Montgomery, Alabama, 36105. The capacity is 220. Currently, the head count is at 96. The staff to participant ratio is 1:3 to assure an individual with attention. The service provided: life skill training, cooking, budgeting, self-care, pre-vocational and vocational activity, social and recreational programming, community outgoing and encourage independence, health and wellness activity, support with personal goals and skill development. Community impact, enhance independence for participant, provide breaks and peace of mind for families, encourage inclusions and understanding within a broader community. Reduce isolation for vulnerability populations, safety and compliance, fully ADA, compliant facility. Train staff certified in CPR, first aid, and disability support. Policy in place for participant safety, emergency response, and transportation. Compliance with all state and regulations. Why this matter to Montgomery? To address essential community needs, support economic participation by enabling families to work while their loved ones is in care. Promote diversity, equity and inclusion in our city. Strengthen Montgomery population. Strengthen Montgomery reputation as compassionate and support communities. We respectfully request the board for approval to utilize the facility for our day program so we can continue to expand this vital work.
Okay. Anyone else want to speak before we start asking questions?
Yes, sir. My name is Jim Parker. I'm the chairman of the board of directors for Art Montgomery. We have been looking for a facility to move the McGinnis School for some months now. And we were able to find this location on Bell Road that we think would facilitate our needs. These are people with disabilities, autism, that need a better place. Now, the McGinnis Road where they're now located is in bad repair. In fact, the insurance company has threatened to cancel because of the condition. And so we are asking you to grant us permission to move into a new facility that would give them a chance to have a very decent place to have their daycare programs. And so we are requesting that you would approve the purchase of this facility so that we can give them a better place to have their program. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. I understand your school hours proposed to be 7:45 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., correct? Monday. Who's going to be answering my questions? I've got a lot of questions. Who's going to be the spokesman?
My name is Johnny Johnson. I'm a member of the board of directors for ARC.
Okay.
We are only there 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. We're not there on weekends. McGinnis is falling down. You know, it should have been moved a long time ago. It's in very bad repair. And the people with the kids, the people, they're not only children, we have adults there who have very, very serious physical and mental issues. Some require one-on-one. They can't be by themselves. Somebody has to be with them the entire time they're at the facility. And we are hoping that y'all would give us the privilege of moving into a much better facility. They're not out roaming around. people in there inside. We call it a school, but it's not necessarily a school. I guess you could say it's a school, but these people, they're at a spot in their development where they're not going to get any better. They're not going to move up.
Understand.
So that's what we try to do.
Of course, the reason you're here is you're a private school.
Beg pardon?
The reason you're here is you're requesting to use this property as a private school.
Yes.
Okay? So our agenda here says that you would have a maximum capacity of 220 students. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Lunch provided, outside activities, physical education, and basketball. Students are typically bused in, right? Some drop off. All right. My first question is, and this is a typical question for this kind of presentation, submittal and request. This is a big event for that part of Montgomery. This is a big event for Bell Road. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. Have y'all met with the neighborhood to advise the neighborhood what you're proposing to do? That's a normal question and a typical request. Have you reached out to the neighborhood?
We have not met with the neighborhood.
You have not met the neighborhood. Have you reached out to them?
Can one of you stand in front of the mic?
Yeah, please step up to the mic.
All right. My name is Al Garrison.
Okay, thank you. All right, before I go any further, who in the audience lives in that neighborhood? Is that it? Okay, so apparently you haven't met with the neighborhood, okay? I don't think the neighborhood's aware of what's going on, okay? I went over there the other day. The sign advertising this meeting was laying on the ground, okay? So
Yes,
you
sir.
haven't met with the neighborhood. My second question is, have y'all looked at the traffic? You've got 2 lanes of traffic going south, you got 1 lane of traffic going north.
Yes, sir.
You are accessing the property at 1 way in and 1 way out, okay? There's 1 curb cut there, okay? If a bus is stopped at that point of entry, it's backing up other cars behind you. No telling what the traffic will be at 8 o'clock in the morning, okay? Let me finish. Then you can address my questions, okay? Has any consideration been given to a traffic study? How you gonna deal with ingress, egress, because you've got 1 point of entry in and out of that property, okay? And so if a bus is stopped coming from Vaughn Road, wants to make a left turn into that property, it's got to cross 2 lanes of traffic, okay?
Yes, sir.
And what's it doing to the traffic behind you? So that's traffic studies are sometimes required for something like that. This board will make that decision, okay? Where you talk about having PE fields. Where are you going to have PE fields? The behind the building is paved parking. In front of the building is a green area that is for stormwater retention. Okay? So you may want to go ahead and address some of those questions.
Hey. Good evening, members. I'm Juan Gacha. I represent Good Women's and Kegwood, and we are here just to support or help the art of Montgomery to respond to questions.
Juan, you're going to have to speak more directly into that.
Right here. Can you hear me better? Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I am Juan Gacha with Good Women's and Kegwood. I'm here to represent this group in regarding the engineering question that you are asking about the traffic. We will advise them to provide a traffic report to see what kind of improvements will be required in that intersection in order to maneuver the exiting and entry to the site in the peak hours or in the daily traffic. But that one will be maybe proposed to start working the traffic report once they are ready to buy the property, close the property, or whatever they want to do. But that one is going to be the only way to satisfy the question about the traffic is to provide a traffic report to define what kind of improvements we need to do in that intersection based on the traffic count.
But you don't have the answers to those
No, we don't have the
questions.
answer right now
Okay.
to respond that one in particular. No,
Yeah.
I'll try to advise the Aaron Montgomery regarding the need.
Well, typically in this case, you have to have more than 3 lanes of traffic. You gotta, and a lot of times you gotta have a traffic light. You gotta have acceleration lanes, you gotta have deceleration lanes, because y'all have got you're gonna have buses coming and going from that site daily. Okay?
So I just respond that question about the traffic, and it's something that needs to be provided by the group in order to satisfy the.
And if y'all are gonna be looking at the site, we need to know about outside activities.
Yes.
Where they're gonna perform, what are they gonna do, all right, would y'all like to address that before I ask any of the other board members if they have any questions?
I'd like to make this statement as well. The existing school had 71 students, and they were approved for 101, and all of those students were dropped off by their parents at the same location.
But not school buses?
Not school buses.
Getting in a car.
Right. Understand.
The individual buses, I understand, will be about 15.
15.
And they don't all show up at one time in the morning.
Yeah, understand. Okay.
So you're gonna have 15 buses? You're gonna have 15 buses coming in and out and running around and?
Twice a day.
No, sir. So we have about 15 buses that'll be parked there, but the buses that are actually in operation daily, it's about 4 of them. So those are the only ones. Most of the individuals that live out there, they do get dropped off by their parents or family members. So we have 4 bus routes, I believe it is. 4 bus routes. So we'll just have 4 buses in operation at any one time in the morning or afternoon to pick up and drop off.
But you're gonna park the other 10 at the
Yes, sir.
school? Okay. Okay.
I have a question. Are these regular size buses or smaller buses? What size buses are they that you guys?
Typical school bus?
It's anywhere between 12 to 15 passenger. That's with the wheelchair access.
Okay, so it's not a typical school bus?
No.
Okay.
Can I also respond to the question regarding the physical education? The physical education activities will be inside the sanctuary rather than outside.
The basketball? Talking about the basketball activity?
It says outside activities.
I thought, excuse me, I thought you said something about the existing sanctuary.
We won't have basketball activities. You gotta remember, these are all
Right.
people that's all the way up to 71 years old, and most of them a lot of them are wheelchair bound, and we won't have outside basketball.
It just says it.
Okay. I just going by what our agenda said. You've got some residential homes behind this property, and there is no fencing across that rear of the property. Would you agree to put fencing, 6-foot high fencing across the rear of that property?
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Did one of y'all say that you're going to buy this property?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that'll be good. You'll have a vested interest in it.
We're already in the process of buying it. We've already signed all of the necessary papers, and we've had the inspections by the state, by the fire marshal, and by the city architect. All that's been done.
Okay, thank you.
Will the church continue to be occupied as for church services by other churches?
That is a possibility. we approve, there's a possibility if we approve to do that.
And how many current students do you have?
96.
96, okay.
Any other questions, board members?
Chair, as you see from the agenda, we have some conflicting information. We could possibly get that clarified. Number one, what are the opening hours? And number two, if there are no outside activities or if there are some. We have the opening hours as 7:45 to 2:30, and as you said, we have outside activities noted on the agenda, but it seems to be slightly different now.
Are you going to have exterior lighting other than what's already there? We have to be concerned about exterior lighting infiltrating the rear yards of adjacent homes.
There's no need for any additional lighting. Everyone will be gone by 5 p.m. So there wouldn't be any need for that. So we start our day. So we start our day. The first people arrive around 6:30 in the morning, and the arrivals stagger to about 9 a.m. So there's never going to be a major congestion of people. The traffic will be similar to the school that was operating at the church now. Then in the evening, we start letting out around 2:30.
I'm sorry, what time?
In the evening, we start letting out around 2:30, the school currently, and we'll do the same. And then they'll finish and we'll be done for the day, close the business at 5 p.m.
All right, explain the bus situation again. The type of buses we're talking about. We're not talking about school buses.
No.
We're talking about what size passenger buses?
We have 12 to 15 passenger.
12, 15 passengers.
Have you guys received any assurances, or have you spoken to any of the leadership at the city as far as a traffic light, traffic study? I know he said that there hadn't been a traffic study, but have y'all reached out to the city for anything as far as a possible traffic light, widening of the road, anything like that?
Yeah, the city has assured us that they would work with us to supplement any needs that we have to accomplish this goal.
Okay, but that's a wide-ranging statement. I mean, that specifically, has the city told you guys that, yeah, we'll put in a decel lane, or we'll put in a traffic light, or we'll
Not
do any of this?
specifically, but the city wanted to find out exactly what it is that we need to accomplish this, and they've assured us that they would support and supplement any needs that we have to make this happen.
So, is it Juan? Okay, Juan, can I ask you a question? Sure. So, Juan, in order for the city to be able to make a proper decision, is it in your opinion that a traffic study should be done?
Well, that one is what they are asking for too as well, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And pretty much with the traffic, like I said before, the recommendation of the traffic engineer is going to say, okay, we will need this or that one, or any kind of improvement in the intersection or in the driveway for the exiting or the entry to the site.
Okay.
Therefore, in that moment, the city, based on that statement that they already said, the city will support whatever improvement is going to be required at that particular point.
Okay.
But I'm no...
No, that answers my question. That's what I want.
And how long would it take you to come up with your recommendations approved by traffic engineering so that you can represent it to this board?
Okay, so I need to talk with the Aaron Montgomery just to release a traffic engineer to do that particular counts to define what kind of recommendation he will suggest in that intersection, and we will present those to the city and to the group, and then we can present those to you.
Is that a a month, 2 months? What would
Well,
you guess?
it depends, because what happens when you're doing a traffic study, you have to count the traffic that's going to be in that road at that particular
During
point.
that particular time?
During the particular peak hours to define how many peak traffic or peak or travel times are going to be there. And after that one, they can do something a little bit different in the traffic. But
Okay.
so it will be take a month, maybe a little bit more than a month.
Okay, all right. I mean, I think we need to, I don't think we can make a decision on that traffic study based on what he's saying, but.
Any other questions, board members?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Excuse me, can I say this? That we can't imagine that there being a change in the traffic based on what is currently being used.
Sir?
So we can't imagine that there's going to be any change in the traffic other than what is currently happening at that location right now.
Well, I don't know.
They're not using school buses.
Yeah.
Currently.
Yeah, because there's a school operating there already.
But they don't use school buses, do they?
Excuse me?
Do they have school buses or is it just drop off? I thought earlier you said it was just drop off. They don't use school buses. Right, okay.
What school?
Which way? You know, if you have, so if you have 10 to 15 people on a bus, right, that's going to transport, that'll be less traffic than 70 children being dropped off by their parents. You're looking at maybe 70 cars. We're looking at 4 school buses. So the traffic may be actually less than what was currently being.
Could be. I think that's the importance of the study. It may be, it's a lot more difficult to turn a bus across 2 lanes of traffic too, is what my concern is.
Excuse me, sir. My name is Jerry Sailors, and I'm from the Providence Presbyterian Church, the property to which these folks are currently talking through. The traffic situation, we've had a school, a preschool, from K through 4, through pre-K, for the last 10 years there. The student body has been in the neighborhood of 70 year-round. And we ran it from 7:30 in the morning to 5 in the evening, and there were parents coming and going from all during the day, naturally, since it was also kind of a daycare as well. So there has been plenty of traffic going in and out, but it's never been one where it has overwhelmed the area, as far as we could tell. But I just wanted to let you know that the school has been there for 10 years, has been operating daily, 5 days a week, with all these students going in and out. Any question on that?
Tell me again the hours of operation for your school.
I'm sorry?
The hours of operation for your school?
Students were about anywhere from 70 to 80. When the church shut down back in May, we had 72. About what? Oh, hours. I'm sorry, I misunderstood what you said.
Hours of operation.
Hours. Okay. We ran it from 7:30 in the morning to 5 in the evening.
And your hours will be until 2:30?
Well,
2:30 p.m.?
Ending at 5.
Okay, so, how it is, the school portion, because we'll have also our office that is moving there as well. So the school portion with the students that attend McGinnis, they start coming in as early as 7:45. The staff gets there, the school staff gets there at about 7:30. And then the office staff, the administrative staff, we get there around 8 a.m. And then the school portion ends for the students at 2:30, so they'll be leaving. And then the school staff, they leave at 4, and of course the office staff, we leave at 5.
Okay. Other question, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item otherwise? Y'all got anything else to say? I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion just in order to make a proper ruling on this, that we push this out to either the next meeting or the following meeting, and we require them to have a traffic study and also get with the neighborhood association just to, since they're going to be so close to the neighborhood, and just discuss what they're doing, and also provide a proper traffic study and a site plan if possible.
Okay. Now, I would assume that's whatever Goodwin Mills and Kaywood can provide at the next meeting, possibly. Something that shows us a little bit better flow of traffic. When this board approved the church that's there now, the activity on Bell Road wasn't near what it is today. Okay, the traffic. So I think we're concerned about the volume of traffic going in and out.
Understood.
And making it safer.
Yes, we can do an analysis of the traffic that when the preschool system was there versus what this traffic can provide and compare what was the impact at the intersection.
And Mr. Holmes, I don't think you're referring to a Darrell Skipper type traffic study. We're talking about something
Yes, we can
that y'all can show us an improvement
correct
to ingress and egress.
And also, I'd like to add to that motion, if they can get any assurances from the city of what the city would be willing to do based on the traffic study. Whether that's
You mean improvements?
Yeah, improvements, whether that's a traffic light, whether that's a commitments from the city. And
well, either from the city or from the petitioner.
Right.
Somebody would have to provide for those improvements.
I think it's a great idea, and I think it's, we want y'all to do this, but we just have to look at the whole picture and the Bell Road and the neighborhood and everything involved. And so the traffic study will either make it real clear that it's a great idea, or it'll make it clear that it needs help with traffic lights or lanes or whatever it may be.
Understood.
Okay. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Before we end our meeting, can I get just a summary of our action items you want us to get with one of the HOAs? Is there a specific HOA we need to meet with?
Were you making that part of your motion or not?
Yeah, just to get with the neighborhood associations
Get
that are
with the
connecting
neighborhood
with them.
associations and let them know what's going on.
Just the closest neighborhood?
You've got the one in the rear and then whatever that is on the side of the property as well. I don't know if that's the same neighborhood or not, but whichever it is.
It's Bellwood.
And then what else are we supposed to do besides that?
Have a good Mills and Kaywood come back with their recommendations for improving ingress and egress.
Okay.
Which may mean deceleration lanes, acceleration lanes, some widening, But the thing that concerns me the most is the one lane going north. They're crossing 2 lanes of traffic to get in and out of that property.
Okay, understood.
So we're not asking for some high dollar traffic study that takes months to do. We're looking for Good Mills and Kaywood's ideas about how to improve ingress and egress. Juan, you got that?
And then a site plan, if you could, it doesn't have to be a extravagant site plan, just kind of the surrounding area, which Juan will be able to do, I would imagine.
Well, if you're talking about a site plan, you're talking about
if they have to make any changes or anything.
If there are going to be any changes.
Yeah, right.
Otherwise, our agenda here says you're going to have outside activities.
They've already said they're not going to do that.
PE and basketball. Well, maybe you're not. Maybe you're going to change that. So
probably not basketball, but
I don't think
the yard behind the church has some room for no more mobile than our clients are. That would be great.
I thought about that too. So is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Reese seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. All recused? Motion, wait, everybody in favor of the motion, raise your hand. Motion carries. All opposed? All abstain? Okay. So the motion carries. We'll delay it until y'all are ready to come back. I would hope you could come back at our next meeting. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 4 is presented by Tracy Faniel, requesting a special exception to keep chickens on the property located at 6606 Whipporwill Court in an R85 zoning district.
Hey, Tracy Faniel. I just want to get some chickens in my backyard. I have a chicken coop with a covered run. It's 10 feet away from the property lines, 25 feet away from any residence. They're not going to be free range, no roosters.
4 chickens.
4 chickens.
No roosters.
No roosters.
All right. Any questions, board members?
No.
Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Have a second.
I'll second.
Second, Mr. Markham. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand.
Thank you.
All right. Just don't bring any roosters in. Number 5, presented by Benjamin Phelan and Andrea Patterson, requesting a special exception for a mobile home for living purposes to be located at 1430 Mitchell Young Road in an agricultural 1 zoning district. Mr. Patterson? Ms. Patterson?
Mr. Corelli, my wife, Andrea Patterson.
Okay. All right. You want to put a mobile home on a 10-acre parcel, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. At least 75 feet from the front property line.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have a letter here from Red Cedar Farms Homeowner Association opposing your request, just so you'll know.
Okay.
It's been signed by
27.
27 property owners in that area.
Okay.
And they are strongly opposed to your proposed installation of a mobile home.
Okay.
Okay? So, property is zoned single family. Well, you are this piece is in an Ag 1 district. Their letter says it's current, their neighborhood is zoned single family, but it's really agriculture. But it's predominantly developed for single family use, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Any question, board members?
No.
I have a comment. Across Mitchell Young Road from where they're asking to put the mobile home is Hyundai Mobis Alabama LLC, a great big factory, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you can say it's agricultural, or you could say it's residential, but there is a big old factory across the road from it. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. It's Mobis. It's big town, Mobis. Yeah. That's Mobis. All right. Any other questions?
Yeah, are there any other mobile homes in this area along this stretch that you're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that you're aware of, okay.
Okay. All right. Anyone in the audience care to address this item? If so, please come forward. Okay, please identify yourself, and I ask that we not We're not repetitious.
Thank you. Chairman Stanley and board members of the Board of Adjustment, we, the neighbors and members of Red Cedar Farm, strongly opposing that we include a mobile home in our area that is located at 1430 Mitchell Young Road. We are an established neighborhood of families who has been there over the last 25 years. This area is designed for family homes, brick and mortar, and it's primarily brick homes in our neighborhood. There are no mobile homes in our neighborhood, and the guidelines has already been established for that area, and we are strongly denying that a mobile home be placed in Red Cedar Farm. We don't discredit people living in mobile homes, but we're just trying to keep our property value and our neighbors in a safe environment, and that's why we're doing that. You should have a letter from the Red Cedar Farm Home Association that we sent to you all. We have established within a mile, we've gotten over 25 signatures to support our efforts, and we're asking you to deny this request.
We do have the letter.
You do have the letter?
Yes, sir.
And also, in addition to your package, there is a list of homes that are in that area within a mile of where this mobile home is sited to be placed. And those houses range from $294,000 to over $700,000 per lot. And this is our request, is that you deny this request to put a mobile home in our neighborhood.
Yes, sir. Anyone else like to speak to this item?
Good evening. My name is Tyrone Powell. I'm a resident next door to the lot that they're talking about. I just want you guys to know, it is not that we're not welcoming you to our neighborhood. It's just that we've fought to establish our community, and we just expect anybody that is to move in that go by the same guidelines that we had to go by. I mean, I lived in a mobile home. I'm not disregarding living in a mobile home. I lived in a mobile home 7 years. But when God blessed me to come up, I moved out there to Mitchell Young Road, and we're just trying to just keep our property value up. And it was enough that one of you mentioned we got this big facility across the road that we tried to fight against, but it was just us few against the whole state, the whole country. So we had no win in that, but we fought for it. And I just want to let you guys know that we will welcome you to our neighborhood. Just build a house. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Anyone else?
Good evening, and my name is Kerry Brown, and I have the property that would be right before that that property that's on Mitchell Young. It kind of runs the way it runs. It runs from Mitchell Young and cuts behind my property where there's a fence, and then there's a gated portion back there. So the property is literally right behind my house. And just like the other man said, would love to have you guys out there. I'm retired military, built a home there on approximately about 11 acres of land. The house is probably valued at about close to $650,000. So to put a mobile home behind my property, I just can't see it devaluing the property in the area. But like the man said, if you guys are willing to build a house, build a home, we'll love you. We're all good neighbors. We look out for each other. and we take care of each other, and we'll do the same for you as well.
Okay, Ms. Patterson, would you like to respond? Okay. Any other questions, board members? I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am.
I move for denial.
I can't hear.
Denial is that this is not consistent with the character of the existing area. Like I said, we have nothing in these mobile homes because sometimes they're needed. This would alter the essential characters of the existing neighborhood, and it would just render a negative impact on the quality of the established neighborhood as well as the quality of the future development and establishment.
Second.
Yeah, second. Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. Motion carries. Thank y'all for coming. Mr. Chairman, I'm going to dismiss myself. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Sorry about this. Okay. I appreciate it. He fought it and lost. You got it. You have to go. I got it. You got a few minutes.
Let's get going. Let's get this show on the road.
All right. Item number 6 is presented by Jose Alejo. Is Mr. Alejo here? Okay, we'll carry that over. Is this the first, would this be the first time it's a carryover, Tanya? We'll carry it over to the next meeting.
So what was the complaint? Did he already have it there?
I'm not sure. I didn't take it.
Okay.
Okay. Item 7 is presented by Scott Kilman, requesting a coverage variance for an accessory structure to be located at 50 Watson Circle in the R100 zoning district. Hey, Scott.
Hey, John. Good evening, board. Thank you for your time. My name is Scott Kilman. I'm here today to request a coverage variance for an accessory structure to be located at 50 Watson Circle in R100 zoning district. My request is to obtain permission to construct a detached garage/gym up to 1,400 square feet, as you'll see in the site plan, I guess, above. The neighborhood covenants allow for 900 square feet in accessory structures. There is an existing accessory structure, a detached pool cabana that I believe was built in the late 1970s. It is 684 square feet. You'll see it's, I guess, north of that property of the pool right there. The request is for an additional 1,184 square feet in coverage variance. The total coverage of the accessory structures would be 2,084 square feet.
Scott, how large is that lot?
It is 5.6 or 7 acres.
Big lot. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
It's more than I need. I'd love to parcel it out.
Any questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve as requested.
Mr. Markham makes a motion to approve. Have a second?
I'll second.
Have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries.
Thank you, board.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, John.
Item 8 is presented by Mr. John Scott, requesting a side yard variance for an accessory structure to be located at 3072 Clinton Drive in an R85 zoning district. Mr. Scott?
Yes, sir.
You're up.
Thank you, sir.
Have you enjoyed the activities tonight?
Yes, sir. I'm just requesting that a larger building be placed in the place of the existing building, which is an 8x8. I want to go to a 10x12 because after being at this residence for 17 years, we've outgrown the outside storage and the storage that is attached to the home. And as you can see in the diagram, the yellow square is where the existing shed is, and it's right against the property line, which they are asking for a 5 feet variance. But there's no way to get 5 feet variance with it on the property line.
You can't move it 5 feet off the property line?
Not to the, no.
You can't move it inside your yard?
It's inside the yard.
I know, but you can't move it 5 feet further away from the property line?
No, not to this way, not to this side.
What keeps you from moving it?
There's my pool pump right there.
See, our aerial does not show that.
If you look at the diagram, right there to the left, the black portion of that's my pool that's covered. Right. So the pool pump and the filtering machine is sitting right next to the existing shed that's there now.
Okay, gotcha. All right, here's the issue. You're on the property line.
Mm-hmm.
The water coming off of the shed is going where? Is it going on to your adjacent property owner?
It is.
It is?
It is. There is a drain right behind my property.
Does the neighbor object to that?
Is the what?
Has the neighbor ever objected to that?
Now, you're referring to behind your property, right?
Correct.
Is that where the drain is?
Correct.
Okay.
So you're replacing an existing shed, right?
Correct.
And that water is off of that existing shed is flowing on to your neighbor.
To the neighbor?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not going directly to the neighbor.
All right, you're proposing to put your shed on your property line.
Correct.
Is this water from your shed, from your roof, falling onto your adjacent property owner's property?
Correct.
It is.
It is.
It will be.
It will be.
Yeah. Well, if we saw fit to approve this item, then if the neighbor objects, you may have to move it.
Okay.
And this board and the city are not liable for any water that falls from your shed onto your adjacent property owner.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
That's the reason.
He'd have to gutter.
Yeah. Now, that's where I'm going. Would you be willing to put a gutter on that side of the building and keep as much water off your neighbor as possible?
Well, would it be okay if I got with the guy that's going to build the shed to ask him if the gutter would be necessary?
No, I'm asking you, are you willing to do it? Because usually when a shed or a structure like this is like that close to the property line, we require gutters.
Okay.
Okay?
I could do that.
Okay. All right.
I could do that.
Any other questions? Anyone else care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve as requested, however, with the requirement that he have gutter and downspouts that would take the water to the rear drain rather than onto his property, his neighbor's property.
Okay.
Okay. Have a second?
I'll second.
Second. Mr. Burke, second. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. You're good.
Thank you, sir.
All right, here we go. Item 9 is presented by Dr. Valletta Robinson, requesting the exception to SmartCode to allow a cosmetology school to be located at 521 Heron Street in a T4R zoning district.
Yes.
Ms. Robinson?
Yes.
Okay.
I am Dr. Robinson. I am a cosmetologist and have been one for 41 years. I have also owned a salon and operated a salon for 35 years. I came before you 10 years ago about this same property to put a salon here. And now I'm standing before you requesting to open up a small cosmetology school. There would be myself, a nail instructor, and 3 to 5 students. She would have 3 to 5, and I would have 3 to 5. And it takes, well, with the cosmetology certification, it would take about 12 months to complete. And for the nail tech, it takes about 9 months to complete.
Okay. Parking. Where will your students park and customers?
It's parking in the back. About 8 cars can park in the back. And since then, when I came before you 10 years ago, the city, when they changed it from a one-way to a two-way, 13 parking spaces are across the street, but we never really had to use it. But the business next door, I speak with them, and they allow me, when I have like a little function or something, they allow me to use their parking. It works out because they closes at 5. They close at 5, and the school will start at 5:30.
So, do you have enough on-site parking to take care of your employees and your students?
Yes, sir. I do.
Without parking on
the street
No
or
parking.
the neighbor.
Does Heron Street allow parking on the street there now?
They do now. It's
They do?
13. Across the street.
Across the street?
Yes, sir.
On
It is
the
across
north
the street.
side of Heron?
Yes, sir. On the opposite side.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Any questions, board members? Anyone else care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion approved. Have a second. Mr. Holmes? Mr. Burke, seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. You're good.
All right, thank you.
Motion approved. Item 10 is a complaint. Mr. Jacob Hogg. Mr. Hogg here. Haig, excuse me. Requesting a height variance, a front yard variance, and a street side yard variance for a privacy fence located at 2445 Lee Ruth Avenue in an R65 zoning district.
How's everybody
Mr.
today?
Haig? Why do you think there's a complaint here?
Excuse me?
You've got there's a complaint here.
Oh yeah, so we purchased this property, contract for deed, about 9 months ago. Me and my fiance here, Kalayla's my fiance. We purchased this property about 9 months ago. Upon purchase, didn't actually look at the property. We purchased it without looking at the property. This property is oddly placed other than other lots in our neighborhood. It's very, very far back that what you're looking at right there is the front yard. All that acreage of land that we have there is in the front. It is extremely to the back. The back is occupied by our pets. And basically we had some complaints when we first moved in. We had our dogs. And when we first purchased the property, there was a cat on the porch. And my fiance maybe take the cat in. So we took the cat in. She escaped one day, came back with some kittens. Gave the kittens away. We ended up keeping one of them. But I'm getting to a point here where we have a security system in place because there is some offenders in our area. We have 2 babies and very strong on security of my family. The 2 people in our area have they're sexual offenders. And so we installed a security system. We see them walk up and down our street because they don't have any vehicles. And there was already a pre-existing part of the fence already there. So what I did was I run a construction company. I'm a contractor. And first I installed a security system. We installed a security system. We had the cameras out front, around the property. And inside of our house, there's an ADT box. The cats I was telling you about earlier had knocked over the security box one night. And they called the fire department out to our house. Fire department came out there. And they were like, hey, what's going on? And I was like, looked at my camera, I seen it was the cats. I was like, hey, my bad, it was our cats. He was like, don't let it happen again. I was like, all right, my bad. So I take the security box and I place it on the floor of my office. And somehow the kitten was still playing with the security box and tapped the top of it and still hit a button that made them come out there again. But I actually caught it this time on my phone, tried to say, hey, look, false alarm. I called ADT. They're like, hey, we already dispatched them out there. Nothing we could do about it. Fire department comes back out there again. They're like, all right.
We're aware of the security issues. Okay.
Yes, sir.
My question is, why do you think there's a complaint here? So
the complaint, like I said, fire department said something about the fence. To the inspector came out there. He already knows me from just pulling permits as a contractor in the area. Like I said, when we first moved in, the fence is already, some of it was pre-existing. I just continued the fence. Then when the inspector came out there, he said that it was obstructing the view of Brooks View to LaRue. So what I did was I took my workers and I had them cut the fence back behind the stop sign to not obstruct the view from LaRue to Brooks View. Reason why I continued the fence in the first place was security of my yard, because that's the play area for my children, is the front, because like I said, the back is occupied by our dogs, which we had complaints about our dogs escaping before, so I had to continue the fence to keep my dogs enclosed in the backyard. The front area is the play area for my kids, so like I said, the sex offenders come up and down that street right there and walk to this Commodore from Brookview to LaRue to Commodore.
So the complaint, you still didn't answer my question. The complaint, I think, probably comes because you've got a 6-foot high fence surrounding your entire yard, and the fence is on the front property line and the side property line. Correct?
Correct, yes.
6-foot high fence. You've completely surrounded your yard with a 6-foot high privacy fence, except for the corner. Correct? And another little small spot up there by your garage. Okay.
Yeah, so I have 2 openings right there on my side.
Right.
I don't have a garage. I have 2 openings by my side right there on the right side of Brookview.
Tom, do you have any pictures of this?
Yeah, we have pictures.
Is there any? There's no sidewalks or anything, right?
There's no
Are there any sidewalks
sir.
on Brooks or LaRue?
No, sir.
Let me interrupt us a minute. Who in here is in opposition to this? So, okay. Got it. Okay. All right. We'll get.
That's after you cut the corner, so it goes like
Yeah.
this. So
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So,
okay.
Not only do we have sex offenders in our area that walk back and forth from Brookview to Commodore, but if you go a neighborhood behind us, there's like a kind of like a rowdy house back there. Lots of gunfire all the time and stuff like that. And like I said, they kind of like right behind our house. They're kind of like, we haven't even completed the fence back there. There's 2 people that moved out. There's a drive-by shooting back there. You know, and our neighborhood is actually decent right here, where we stay at.
Okay.
And we're trying to keep it.
I'm gonna ask the opposition to step up, if you will.
Okay.
And let's hear what they got to say.
Is it
It's
here?
right here, I think. I think he comes in
That's
here.
what I think too, but how do these cars get in and out?
That was before. That's probably an old picture.
Okay, if you would please identify yourself and your address.
Chris and Susan Greenman, we're 2446.
You're going to have to speak up a little louder.
Chris and Susan Greenman, we're at 2446 LaRuth, we're
All
right
right,
across
you
the
live
street.
directly across
That's right.
from the
I do
petition.
have photographs.
Sure.
Thank you.
We should go ahead.
I know. He spent some money on that fence. He spent some money on that fence. Yeah.
So this neighbor has built a 6.5-foot fence along Brook Street and LaRue Street, and it's pretty extensive, as you can see with the photographs.
Sir, please speak more directly
Right.
into the mic.
It's a 6.5-foot fence built along Brook Street and LaRue Avenue.
Right.
And he did step it back from the stop sign, but we've lived there for 23 years, and we noticed that probably 70% of the people coming down Brook Street, they roll through the stop sign at Brook Street and LaRue. And anybody coming up LaRue going east, they're not going to see him. They don't see him fast enough. I'm surprised there hasn't been an accident yet. So with the fence there, you really have to be cautious to make that turn. 6.5-foot fence, you can't see beyond it. Okay?
So what are you requesting he do? What are you requesting he do?
There should not be a 6.5-foot fence there. The ordinance says it has to be 3 foot across the front and the side. So we don't know what the reasoning is. That's the only fence in the neighborhood like
What is that high?
That's a 6.5-foot fence. It's very negative property value to our property that's looking over. We look out our kitchen window, that's what we see. Anybody that goes by, that's what they see. It's very unsightly, and also it promotes criminal activity. Whether it's coming from them or whether it's coming from a future person who might live there.
So
the
we've-
police have come out there and addressed them about gunfire. And yes, we didn't call the police that time, but we have called them before.
And we've
there
also
has been
seen
gun activity going on.
We've seen youths about 17 or 18 coming out of a car on their properties before they built the fence and going into their house. One had not an AK-47, but something like that, and the other one had a pistol. And they're just like, we were just shocked to see this.
Right.
I understand.
Hiding, you know, the
We're trying to get to the bottom of this.
We're also trying to, we also think that if you have a 6.5-foot fence, what are you protecting behind it? What are you
Understand.
hiding there? And we've called the cops on this as well. There have been cars racing down Brook Street, and I think one of the cars is theirs.
I got it. Let me ask you a question. If you lowered the fence to 3 feet, which is allowed, if you lowered the fence to 3 feet, which is allowed on the 2 street sides, okay, but left the fence where it is, but left the fence where it is, would you object to that? The fence is on the property.
It would look pretty dumb.
Well,
They're allowed to.
We don't see the sense
They'd be
of
allowed to.
having that whole fence.
he'd be allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
no.
none in the neighborhood
No,
either.
he'd still be on the, he still wouldn't be on the front.
Right, he'd have to come 30 feet.
Yeah,
Right.
right. Right. Hold on.
Yeah, he'd have to go 30 feet.
He's still 30 feet. Right. My question is, I'm trying to help you all reach a compromise, okay? And if we allowed the fence to stay where it is along the property line of Brook Street and LaRue, but he lowered that from 6 feet to 3 feet, would that be acceptable?
Yes. To me, would it, to you? I mean, 3
don't-
foot is legal, is it not?
3 feet is allowed, okay?
Okay.
Unless we grant the variance for him to be higher,
And
okay?
there's-
The 30 foot, he's on the property line, along both street sides, except for the angle, okay? So he's still, we would have still grant the 30-foot side and street side yard variances to allow him to keep the fence where it is, okay? You get it? I'm talking about on the street side only. Okay. Sure.
You gotta talk in the microphone. You've gotta talk in the microphone.
Here, you just want to drop it off, and then you can go talk.
This is right across from us, 6-foot high fence right in the front yard.
We
can't hear you. You have to talk in front of the mic.
What's the address of that?
What's
that house right there, if you look at our, if you look at our house,
It's right here.
where it cuts in,
It's right here. Gotcha.
if you look right there off of Brookview, it's adjacent to our house right there in the lot. Oh, Brook Street. Okay, Brook Street. I apologize.
Brook Street and Brooks Court. Yeah.
Brooks Court is right there across the street. That fence is in the front yard, 6 feet high, obstructing the view of Brooks Court and Brook Street.
Can we make a complaint about that one too?
I'm just saying it's exactly the same.
I'm not aware of that one.
Yeah.
It's in their front yard.
Well, looks nice anyway, and it's not obstructing
Their fence is literally decaying. Ours is brand new. You're saying that theirs looks nice. Ours ain't blocking the stop sign. We just moved it 10 feet back. They can see perfectly fine. They can see perfectly fine. They're not going 40 miles an hour.
Let's nip this in bud.
Yeah.
That's their backyard or side yard.
I'm right here. Apply for a
I'm saying
special.
let them keep this where it is, 6 feet, keep that where it is, but drop it.
Yes.
All the fence on Brook Street.
Yeah, I pulled permits here at the city. So what are you guys talking
To
about?
know, drop this 3 feet?
Yeah, everything 3 feet.
Why?
Except for
This is the thing I'm gonna say. They have a 6-foot fence you guys are complaining about. You're complaining about
They don't need
Hey, hold on. Hold on.
Would y'all move away?
Yeah.
Would y'all sit back down?
Hold on.
Or just step back? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Then you guys come up here and lie.
All right. I'm gonna go back to them a minute. If the board saw fit to grant the approval for the 30-foot front and side yard variances, leave those where they are, but would you be agreeable to requiring them to drop the height of the fence to 3 feet on the streets? You know,
On the street side,
on the street side.
the back and the front
The back,
and
the
the
back,
side.
the back and
The
side
front
stay
and the
where they
side.
are.
Yes,
Yes.
but the
Yes.
line along,
Yeah.
between the homes still could be
So why does
6
that
foot.
work?
The rear and side
Must be
yard
friends with
remain the same.
Both
But
street
both
sides
street
drop to
sides
3.
allow them to leave the fence where they are.
You want to see the neighbor's fence across the street?
Yeah, but that's the backyard and the side yard.
Okay.
Their front yard is in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's not their turn.
No, hold on. All right,
I'm gonna ask them if they.
I'm gonna give y'all the final say, the final opportunity to address what we're talking about. Okay? Are you agreeable to what we just suggested?
Will you speak in the mic?
You're gonna have to speak in the mic.
Thanks.
My issue is this, that, and as well as a contractor, you guys have lived in your property how long now?
Hey, address us, please.
Okay.
Don't address them.
However long they lived in their property for. That particular house I was just pointing at, and I'm showing you. And like I said, my fence is 6 feet high, yes. There's a reason why.
I understand this.
Yeah.
But before you bought the property, If you didn't want to deal with this, you should have looked into this first.
What I just did, I just continued the fence.
I know,
how it was.
I understand, but this is irrelevant. I mean, I know why you did the fences because of this, but you should have probably done this before you bought it. But
all right. And like I said, also, if you look, okay, so let's just say I'm just asking all actuality here.
We're taking your case by itself that had nothing to do with any others that exist out there.
all we want to know is if you would consider, if we allowed you to keep the 6-foot fence between you and your adjacent property, okay, down the side, keep 6 foot in the back, and then reduce along the streets to 3 feet.
Can I ask a question?
That's what we're asking. If you're willing to do that, if you're not willing to do that, that's fine, and we'll vote either way. And you may
I understand.
You may have to take the whole thing.
I just want to ask a question here.
Go ahead.
Me as a contractor. Now, if I took my property, you see how much of a lot I have in the front?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I made the front my back, and I put a driveway through the back and made that my front legally? Then that would be my back of my property.
That's by your definition. That's not the city's definition. We know where your front and side are.
Could I legally change?
No. No. Chair will entertain a motion.
You see what I'm saying, though? I don't have no backyard at all. My front yard is
John,
How about letting them leave that 6 feet and everything from the corner of the garage all down to 3 feet?
That's what I was about to suggest. Why can't we just push the 6-foot fence back from the street a certain number of feet?
Well,
because it's still
He got 30 foot. He's on the property line now.
Well, I see that, but on the right side of the photograph I'm looking at, I don't know why he can't push that fence back even with his garage and then push back from LaRuth 20 or 30 feet.
What we're suggesting, this right here, make it 3 feet. Leave that one where it is.
I'm saying, why can't he push that fence back here? Okay, and then cut over, and that wouldn't be a variance. I mean, but that would be a good compromise. His point is, but his point is, his children have nowhere to play.
On this side.
I mean, he's got a good point.
Why can't you play behind a 3-foot fence?
Well, I think he's looking for some privacy.
So on
I know in my backyard, I've got a 8-foot.
That's what you want to make that motion?
On that side?
Yeah.
And go all the way up to the 30-foot mark.
And even, yeah.
Because that house is actually back.
It's a complicated one.
Yeah.
I'm saying let's scoot this fence back here, move that one here like you suggested.
But it's still 6 feet.
It's still 6 feet, yeah. It's a variance. It's a compromise.
Yeah, Quentin.
I think they're more concerned about the height than anything.
What Quentin's saying.
Quentin's more along kind of what we were saying about 6 foot down the one side, 6 foot in the rear, and then 3 foot
On the front.
Right, remain on the street sides.
Do you need to push it back?
But let him leave that.
Right,
6
yeah,
feet.
yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Could
In the back.
Okay.
Could I ask for what Blake was
Hold on.
basically stating?
Yeah. Okay. Y'all see what we're talking about?
That really just defeats the purpose, though. I would love to do what he's saying, push it 20 feet back and give the city, we have an acre and a half. 20 feet back from here is not obstructing no view. There's there should be no opposition there.
Put up a chain fence?
I have nowhere for my kids to play. My backyard is literally occupied by my pets.
You can put up a chain link fence if you want. And that's you got a 6-foot
there's no
fence.
privacy there. What's the point of a chain link?
Well, at least you'll have a 3-foot fence. There's privacy.
What's the problem with what Blake said, though?
Please don't address them.
What's the problem with what Blake said, though? Blake, could you please tell everyone what you was talking about?
What they're saying is that it's still in violation.
Right, that's the whole point of the variance, though.
It would still require a variance for us to allow you to have a 30-foot.
Exactly, that's what I'm asking for. I'm just asking for a variance. I'm here asking for a variance for privacy so that I have some privacy. I don't have a backyard. If I had a backyard, I wouldn't even be here right now. I would have a 3-foot fence in my front yard, and we wouldn't even be in the front yard. We'd be in the backyard.
Come up here.
serve.
Hold on a minute. You move it back to here, Blake?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're talking about.
That's right. And there's no obstruction of any view from anywhere. And this man, he really has no place for his kids.
Yeah, well, we'll leave all that.
But you're saying, that I think what Bo's saying is make this 3 foot high.
That's what we were talking about, making all this do.
I think if we push it back here, like
I don't know
he
what
said,
the distance was.
well,
We're talking doing that. Huh?
It does need that setback.
6. Yeah. They're still opposed to the 6 foot fence.
we don't have to agree with him.
No.
Right. We're here to make, we do variances here.
For what?
Ma'am, I don't want to have to ask you again. Please.
Going back. Go back. Go back to the podium.
Okay. Why do you want privacy? From what? No.
You got your gavel? Shit.
Okay.
You have a backyard. We don't have a backyard. We don't have a backyard.
Hey. Y'all address the podium, okay? Otherwise, we'll just deny everything and go home.
I'm not trying to argue. Racist.
That's my recommendation. Quinn?
What was it? The same thing you were talking about. Oh, yeah. This and then 3.
They don't want the 6 foot high privacy fence. Even if we moved it back to here.
Doesn't make any sense.
This side is not an option. I don't think you understand that this side is not an option.
If they're 30 feet back, he can put a privacy fence there if he wants to.
6 foot?
6 foot.
Yeah.
That's legal.
But it can't come all the way.
So it can't come, it has to come to.
I think this needs to come back some. It's too close on the property line.
That's what I'm saying, is come back to here and then bring this back to here.
And then come on to this.
Mr. Marquand.
So, because he's
One more
got to
thing.
be off there.
The opposition,
30 feet front yard.
to my understanding,
We have to wait for the chairman to
I was
address
just
it.
wondering, because the opposition, the only opposition that brought up was because of obstruction of view. Now what's the problem if we do that?
Hey, we're all talking about it.
Not here, it's not here.
Right, but how much does it have to be over the
30 feet. It's too close. 30 on the
Let's see what Diane said, just
Your
move
house
it back just
is
like that.
30 foot front
Drop it
and
out here, and I'm
street
saying,
side yard
cut it off right here. And give them, 20 feet to the street or 30 feet to the street.
Yeah, we're breaking that past the corner of the house.
I'm saying it's 3
Got no
feet
place
here,
to put it.
6 feet
Come
here.
off that corner.
Then that's what variances are for.
6 feet.
Oh, so you're letting him go 6 feet over.
You don't want to hear it all. Well, we're dropping it back. I'm saying drop it back.
What about we drop this 33?
Where's
All
the
right.
3 foot?
Blake.
Here we go.
So what if I can move it 30 feet here, so he doesn't need a side, he doesn't need a front yard variance.
Okay.
But he's gonna need he might keep 6 feet here.
Come off that corner.
But he'll need a side, still need a side.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
We were saying make this 30 though, and keep that 6.
Why would you make that 3?
Just
No, his front yard's here.
This would be the only real variance.
This is his front yard.
okay, let's take it to the front right there.
That's right.
Move it 30 feet back, and then he won't need a variance there.
Yeah,
Just on the side.
He'll just need a side.
Okay.
yeah. And keep it 6 feet.
Yeah, we're saying keep it 6. I'm saying 6 feet.
Diane?
Make that, Blake, go ahead and make that.
How do we make that motion?
Well, he's going to have to
Move it back 30 feet.
move the front back 30 feet, fronting LaRue.
And move this
And then
back.
move
even
this
with the garage.
to the corner. Right
On the right side of that picture, is that your garage?
We don't have a garage yet. We're
Back
just gonna
either
put
way.
the garage right there where that dit's at.
Is that just the side of your house back right there? Where it juts in?
All right.
Where it
You
juts
got it,
in?
Blake?
Yes, sir.
All right, okay, we got it. And Blake, you're gonna need to make reference to Brook Street and LaRue Street.
I make a motion that the fence be moved back 30 feet from LaRue on the front side and remain at 6 feet. And that on the Brooks Street side, that the fence be moved in even with the house, like it is in the backyard.
The corner.
Yes, the corner of your structure, and it still remains 6 feet.
Okay?
Thank you.
You got it?
Yes.
I got it. Tanya, I'll give you a drawing.
I got it.
I'll give you, you got the drawing? You
No,
you
I've
understand the
got it.
motion?
I've got it.
All right, y'all got it?
Mm-hmm.
All, do you have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Robertson. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, I got a drawing here for you. Sir, you want to see this? Just to make sure you understand. You're gonna move the fence in 30 feet. Okay? And this may be the wrong location. But you're gonna move it to the front property line in 30 feet. That way you don't intersect. You can remain 6 feet. Over here, this can remain 6 feet. You can come off that corner. Hold on a moment.
Okay.
Just let him know.
Okay.
Okay? It's still 6 feet. But he's moving it back. You got it better? All right. Hey,
No, I think it's right.
also, Blake, it's in existence. How much time are we gonna give him to do it?
Right. It did.
30 days.
I would say 30 days. Can you do it in 30 days? Okay.
Tanya, 30 days.
Got it.
I want to, amend the motion to 30 days.
Have a
Got it.
second.
Hey, Tanya, will you check on that house
We've
too?
already voted.
I will.
Across the
I
street.
know. I'll second that.
Second.
30 days.
Got it.
Okay. Everybody got it? Okay, hopefully that'll be a good compromise for y'all. Y'all remain good neighbors.
Yeah, y'all be good neighbors. Get
Okay.
along. Please.
Item 12 is presented by Angela Dozier. Ms. Dozier here. Requesting a side yard variance for an accessory structure located at 3737 Huntington Creek Road in an R75S zoning district.
Good evening.
Hello. Chairman. Yes.
I'm Angela Dozier, and I'm the owner of
Oh,
3737 Huntington Creek Road.
Yeah, Lee.
Yeah.
And I'm requesting to allow the current structure of the accessory shed to stay where it is. I purchased this property back in 2019. The structure was there prior to my ownership. As far as I know, the structure was there. This just became an issue recently. I'm not sure why the neighbor is just asking that it be moved because she says that it's on her property. Just recently, the neighbor filed a lawsuit against me because she said the tree that is on my property damaged her property in 2021. The tree is in line with this tool shed that she's alleging is on her property. So my insurance company just settled with her for an amount. And now we have this structure. She also wanted them to settle with her for the structure, but they said, well, no, we can't do that. You're gonna have to go back. So I think that the issue is not that there's a problem with this structure. because it's been there. It was there prior to me purchasing the property. I don't know how long it's been there.
So is the structure on the inside your property line?
It is. I have a
Okay.
picture of it. If I can.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the structure.
Okay.
And this is the tree.
All right, which way does the water fall? Does the water fall on the adjacent property owner, or does it stay on your side?
I'm not sure about
It slopes this way.
It appears to flow, yeah, yeah, okay, got it, okay. Any questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? Ma'am, she's gonna address this.
Good evening. I'm Ida Jones Donaldson. I reside next door to this property. I purchased my home in 1994. Ms. Dozier purchased that property in 2019. I've been there 30 years. The shed that she is referring to, first of all, nice to meet you. Okay, the shed that she's referring to was not on that fence until 2020. The shed was in the center of the yard. When I purchased my property, the people that owned that property then had an accounting business. And the shed is 24 feet long. It's not like a little shed, it's a big shed. And that person at that time was running his accounting business from the shed. The shed was directly behind that house in the center. In 2020, I went to Texas for 2 months to take care of my son. When I came back, during that summer, the shed was on the fence. And when I say on the fence, as short as I am, if I take my finger and put on my fence, the shed is like right there. You cannot get a lawnmower between there. You can't even get your foot between there. I notified who I thought was the property owner in 2020, a Mr. Fuller. Mr. Fuller responded and said, "Oh, Ms. Jones, I sold that property last year in 2019. And I said, well, the shed has been moving, it's right on the fence, and who's gonna take care of just the weeds that grow in the back? He said, well, let me give you the person that I sold it to. And he gave me Miss Angela Dozier and her address. I then wrote Miss Dozier 3 or 4 times, and I got no response. On September the 10th, 2021, now we in 2021, and I still have not got a response. I went to the probate office to make sure that I had the correct address. It was the same address that Mr. Fuller gave me. I then sent a certified letter. The letter that I had sent Mr. Fuller, I forwarded to her. I have that, and I submitted it to Mr. Adams.
Ma'am, I hate to interrupt you, but we got the facts, okay?
Okay.
And we'll deal with it, okay?
Okay. So she was aware that there was a problem with that shed in 2021.
Understand.
However, she has selected not to do anything about it.
Understand.
Okay, recently I noticed, actually the guy that was cutting my backyard said, you need to do something about that shed. It's been about 2 years ago. He said, snakes living under there. And I said, snakes? And he said, yeah, I was cutting your yard and one crawled from under there, and then it went back. And I said, oh my goodness. Well, one of the...
We got it, ma'am, go ahead, come on up. We got it, you are opposed to the location of it. It's plain and simple, we got it. Ma'am, we'll let you finish, give you 1 minute.
Okay, so I'm requesting that the shed stays there.
You're requesting that it stay where it is, okay?
Yes, that's my
So you are in violation of the 5-foot variance. how difficult would it be for you to move it 5 feet?
I have actually, I've sent several letters requesting that I be given an extension. I have actually tried to have it moved. I've had several people to come over and assess how much it would time, and because you guys have had, actually I don't live.
So it's difficult.
It's been very, very difficult.
Got it.
I just
Okay.
also wanted to get it torn down, and someone just gave me a quote of $4,000 to have it torn down. So it is very difficult. So I don't understand how, and there are tenants that live there, so I don't know how they were able, because when I purchased that shed has always been there. So I'm not sure the time that you're saying. I purchased this property in 2019. That
Okay.
shed was already there.
Okay, got it. Okay. Any further discussions, board members? Anyone care to address this in the audience? I'll entertain a motion.
May I also say one?
Ma'am?
Okay.
No.
Why are you so silent down there, Blake?
She's in violation. Diane?
She wants a bigger. She's in violation. She wants a bigger too. So if we don't grant the 5-foot variance, she basically got to move it off the fence.
I make a motion to deny the petitioner permission to maintain the existing accessory structure as it stands now, to either have it 5-foot setback or have it torn down, and I give her a timeline of 60 days.
Okay, do you have a second?
I'll second.
Second, Mr. Markham?
So let me get, we're denying her request for an addition for a 25 by 25. And we're also making her move the existing 5 feet or tear it down. Is that basically what you're saying?
No, we're just requiring her to move.
Move, I meant move it 5 feet.
That's
Requiring
it.
her to move.
Right. That's it.
But we're denying the additional request, the variance.
No, there's only one request for a variance.
Yeah, there's only one request.
There's no other request. It's only a setback. That's it.
We're on number 12.
We're on number 12.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The motion is to deny the 5-foot variance and requiring the petitioner to move it or demolish it within 60 days from today. Do we have a second?
I second it.
All in favor of the motion, raise your hand. Okay? All right. I was wondering where you coming from.
Well, because it was an additional 25 miles. I didn't, I must have missed that.
All right, item 13 is presented by Frederick Koch, requesting an appeal of the administrative decision for recreational vehicle for living purposes to be located at 3625 Jackson Ferry Road in R75S zoning district. Mr. Koch.
Good evening. I'm Rick Koch. We live out here on Jackson Ferry Road, 2 miles outside the city band. We're in the country. That's my daughter's house. We are on, I've been there for 20 years, built my house. We're bought the lot next door on both sides and a third additional lot. We have a footprint of 5 acres, and I had no idea that we were restricted in any way on additional structures. We bought this RV for my daughter, Olivia. She moved in with her grandmother when she was 10 because her grandmother has arthritis. After we lost my father, I bought the lot next door, built the house for my mother, the red roof house right there. I'm the house on the left on the other side, and also have the empty lot on that side. We have like a family compound. Olivia lives with her grandmother still, and she and Spencer are about to get married next month. and they bought the tiny house to live in when they're not with mom. You know, one of us, you know, either we live with mom or they live with mom, and we wanted to do another accessory structure. We have 4 kids total, but none of them live with us. It's just the 5 of us on 5 acres. Me, Olivia, Spencer, and Amy. That's it, it's just us.
Well,
And we
Mr.
wanted-
Cox, you
they-
realize
they-
this is you're requesting
power.
You're requesting the right to use a recreational vehicle for living purposes.
Correct. Occasional living purposes as an
Occasional,
alternate. Because see, they have a bedroom in mom's house
That's
as
pretty vague.
well.
Okay, but you're asking for that right to use it for
Correct.
living
That is
purposes.
what we were asking.
Okay,
Correct.
got it.
How does the recreational vehicle and the tiny house fit?
Sir?
The tiny house and the recreational vehicle, they're totally separate?
It is a recreational vehicle. It's titled as a recreational
So it's
vehicle.
considered a recreational vehicle, even though it's tiny?
It is. Yeah. It's 400 square feet, but it is an RV.
So it's an actual RV, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got pictures of
I'm
it,
not
you
sure
know.
that we've ever approved.
And also, if you look at that picture, and I've got a better picture of it, there are 3 other RVs. Everyone out there also has an RV in their yard and use them as guest houses or, you know, occasionally now they may take them camping or whatever. Also, we do also have a reinforced tornado shelter 130 feet from it, where we all go when there are tornadoes out there.
But this lot is 1.29 acres.
That individual lot is, yes, sir.
And you've already got 2 permanent dwellings on it.
No, we only have 1 on that lot.
1 on that lot.
On that lot. See, my house is the house next door, outside the red box. That house next door, and then I also own the lot next door to that.
But you want the RV to be on the 1.29 acre
Yes,
lot.
sir. Yes, sir.
With the other house, with an existing structure.
Correct.
Let me ask you
an
a question.
accessory structure, let's say.
All right, so your house, and then there's a lot, and then there's another lot after that. It looks like, is that like 2 trailers, or what is
Yes,
on
sir.
that lot?
That's an RV. I've got a better picture of that if y'all would like to see it.
So there's already
I've got an
RV
aerial.
and like a mobile home or something there?
Sir?
Is that 2 RVs, or is that an RV and a mobile home? Up top, at the very top, right there. There's 2 structures, is what it looks like.
It's one of those like barn things.
Okay.
It's one of those barn things, like a temporary barn, party
so it's a
barn
barn.
thing that they had for.
Can I get some clarification?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm confused because it seems to me he's trying to make this a permanent structure
Yes.
by having electrical service to it, which clearly is a violation.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Sir, does your RV have, I guess, a hitch with wheels on it?
It does.
It does? Okay.
It does.
From the
And
picture,
it
it
is-
looks like
it
that
is
it's on
mobile.
blocks.
Like I say, I've got the title for it, that it's titled as an RV.
Do you have better pictures of it? My picture is kind of blurry. I can't really.
Yeah, I've got a lot of pictures. And this one will really help y'all. Let's see. Y'all pass these all out. And I also have a sign thing from every neighbor on the street saying that they don't have any problem with it, you know, anything like that. And there are only 4 other houses on the street. Yeah, you can.
Can you get a generator?
The aerial, baby. Sure.
He's asking for it to be used as.
That's what I'm
Thank you.
The one picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody got any other questions? I'll entertain a motion.
So there's no electrical hook to any of these others? RVs?
Yes, no, they're all electrified. Okay, so the one on the lot to the right of mine has had an RV on it for 20 years with someone living in it with power to it and has that now.
So it has a separate meter?
Yes, yes,
From
it
the
has
power
its own
company.
meter. We all have underground power, right? We're in the county, we're not in the city. We're outside of the city.
Are you asking for this to be qualified as a permanent living structure?
They're not going to live there permanently. It's just a temporary until they will eventually buy land.
Well, let me ask you this. If the board saw fit to give you a certain length of time for them to build a home, how much time would you need?
I don't know. I mean, I hate to put a time limit on it that they had to leave in a certain amount of time.
Well,
You know
I'm
what
looking for,
saying?
Well, can't you just buy a generator? I mean,
well, that's another thing. I could certainly take power off of my house. I have a 400 amp service, but I'm trying to do things the right way. I'm trying to hook up to the power. And also, if this were happening anywhere but Montgomery County, my electrician would have called Alabama Power or Dixie, and they would have met him at the pole that day and connected power. My electrician does it all the time. He said, you know what I'm saying?
I have a question also about the sanitary system.
About the what, sir?
The sanitary system.
Sure. We have not one but two septic systems.
So this is hooked to a separate septic system,
correct.
which
And
was approved by the county.
Correct. Yes. Which is, and there are only three people technically. If Olivia, Spencer, and my mother are in that structure, there are only three people using that septic system.
What if we,
which is designed for
what if we granted approval and gave you 2 years, and if you hadn't built a structure on it within 2 years, you come back to this board?
Sir? I'm sorry, say that again.
What if we granted you 2 years for the term for this, not a permanent structure, and then if you haven't built a home on it, or if they haven't built a home by then, you have to reapply, and then we reconsider.
Chair,
let's go 5.
Chair, the issues here where this was presented to us initially as a recreational vehicle, we are tied by the code. On the sheet in front of you, there's a legal department opinion that this does not meet the requirements per the code of being a recreational vehicle.
Yeah.
Number one, you can't live permanently in a recreational vehicle. Number two, you can't have 2 permanent homes on the same lot. So these were the issues that we had, and this is why it was denied at a staff level. This is an appeal against basically our interpretation of the code. And even if it wasn't, whether it is or whether it isn't a recreational vehicle, the code does not allow 2 permanent dwellings on one lot.
Right.
You could have a permanent dwelling and an accessory structure which is maybe used for family to stay in at certain parts of the year and things. But this was really where we're coming from, just to clarify staff's position in this, if that helps you in your determination.
Okay. So the zoning thing says a single family dwellings. It doesn't say dwelling, it says dwellings. That's plural, meaning that there could be more than one dwelling on a lot. Is that incorrect?
Single family dwelling is for 1 permanent residence.
This has an S on it. It says dwellings. That's y'all's zoning paper that they gave me at the thing. Everybody on the street has more than one structure, and they have power to these structures.
And that is fine, but you can't live in it permanently. You can have an accessory structure, you can have power going to it. The problem is living in them permanently.
Okay, so my neighbor has a 2-story...
And I'm not really here to argue the case, I'm just advising you as to what the code is. The ultimate decision obviously is yours, but that's staff's interpretation, legal's interpretation, and if you see fit to grant the variance, I'm just clarifying where we were coming from.
Okay. All right. I'll entertain a motion.
I think before, I need a little more clarification, I'm sorry.
Sure.
But I do know of several people out in the county that are in his situation that have an extra power pole and a septic system. And I think the question here is this a permanent structure?
No, it will not be there permanently.
But I think that's what we're confused with.
It's something they're going to take with them. They have bought it. It's something they are going to take with them.
Okay.
Eventually, it's not going to stay there forever. And also, my neighbor, what I was going to say a second ago, is my neighbor has a 2-story garage that he's building a man cave in that has a full apartment in it. Does that mean that he can't stay in it? He can't live in that? Because, you know, I assure you, he'll live in that more than he will his house. Will he not be able to have power then out there? I mean, you know, it's like I say, it's, you know.
I just don't see the harm, John. I mean, I'm sorry, I just don't.
Well,
I
suggest you make a motion and we give them 2 years, and if they ain't done something, by then they have to come back.
Okay.
Otherwise,
So basically, if it's a permanent, we can't do it. If it's an accessory structure, it's okay.
Yeah.
Basically, is what we're saying. But if they're saying they're going to live in it is
forever.
that permanent or not? I mean,
I
mean, my house is a permanent structure, but I may not live in it for 5 years. I may do something different. You know what I mean? So
Sure. You want to make the motion, Bo?
hell, I don't know where it stands. To be honest with you.
You what?
I don't understand it either.
Okay. I'm going to make a motion that we approve subject to a 2-year period, and that you will agree to come back before this board if you wish to live there any more permanently than 2 years.
All right.
And hopefully you will have built a structure.
Built a structure?
Built a home by then.
Well, not on this lot.
Not
but
on this lot,
yeah.
but somewhere else. You can't.
I mean, they can take it with them. It's on wheels.
Right, exactly.
So.
But with his motion, we would be giving you 2 years to figure it out.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate you.
And they can move it to another lot for that matter. Or, you know.
Exactly. That's their plan.
Right.
You know, just trying
Because
to get started.
it's still temporary. If we don't put some time frame on it, then it would be considered permanent. I don't think this board's going to give you permanent status.
We can't.
Okay?
I understand.
Have a motion, 2 years. Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Second. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Barry?
You opposed it.
I'm opposed.
You opposed? Okay. 5 in favor, 1 opposed.
Thank y'all.
Okay. Hopefully you can get it resolved in 2 years.
Oh, sure.
It's not an ordinance.
It's a word. Thank y'all.
Okay.
Good night.
All right, guys, that's it.
Well, you're
We'll have a motion to approve the minutes.
You gotta do the confirmation.
Oh, yeah, right. We have a confirmation. Trying to find my. Let's see, confirmation.
Y'all are done.
Linda Denard, Friends
We're
of
done.
South Hall, Poland, Inc. Exception for accessory structures without a main dwelling.
This was the gazebo for the neighborhood park that they were gonna do.
Neighborhood park.
For South Hall. It was gonna be, it's a gazebo,
It's for community
park.
park
Yes, sir.
gazebo.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
It's the same one we heard the last time, don't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we need to reapprove
Do
it?
we need to vote on it?
Yes, please.
All in favor, raise your hand. It's approved. All right, everybody, if you approve of the minutes, everybody approve the minutes for the last
Yes.
meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. The meeting is adjourned. Thank y'all very much.